It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back. It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me.
So as you could see, there's a lot of Mont Blanc Individuel and Star Walker. So if I was looking for a bottle of that, it was a jackpot, CK1 Shock, stuff like that. So unfortunately, I was sitting here talking and talking. I apparently didn't press record, so I already busted open Guess Seductive Homme Noir and Penguin Iconic Blend. I've already sprayed Iconic Blend, so full disclosure here. That's why the cut into this portion of the video is different than it normally is in these rack store videos, because all of a sudden my camcorder went into demo mode and the lens shut and the screen went off, and I'm like, wow, I didn't press record. Shame on me, But like I was just saying to apparently a non-recording camcorder, so Iconic Blend was 15. Guess Seductive Homme Noir. Supposed to be kind of similar. I haven't pulled this out the box yet. Supposed to be kind of similar to 1 million if I remember correctly. I haven't looked at any note breakdowns on either one of these. But I got to tell you, for 15 bucks, you could do a lot worse than Penguin Iconic Blend, because this is actually a decent looking bottle. My guilty pleasure is Original Blend, which is a bitter orange suede kind of casual fragrance that I don't wear that often, but I do enjoy every time I do wear it. It's my favorite of the line. This is one I've procrastinated adding to my collection many, many times. I've seen it so many times throughout the last couple of years show up at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. And with this one up top, it's very fruity sweet. It's bright, but as it starts to calm down a little bit, there's a slight aquatic nature to it, not much. And it's got a little bit of a sweet apple kind of smell, and I'm sure there's another type of sweet fruit that I can't really pick out, but it's a sweet fruity smell up top. And it's almost got kind of a violet kind of smell, just that little touch of like petrol floral nature that violet can bring. Not violet leaf, but violet. I could be wrong here. That may not be what's in here, but it's kind of how it's coming across. This is a, not some must buy. It's a decent fragrance, especially for 15 bucks. You could do a lot worse. Like prime example, that American Eagle fragrance I grabbed the other day, If You Were Unstoppable. That's a decent fragrance. This is definitely better than that. That was nothing special. Definitely one you can pass every time you see it. You don't have to grab it. This one's decent though. If you have 20 bucks to spend and you want to grab a fragrance, this is not a bad cheapie to add to your collection. It's nothing special here. It's not some mind-blowing fragrance that's unique from everything else. But it's pleasant. It's not too synthetic. It smells like it might be a decent performer. Projection's solid right now. It's been on my hand for about 6 or 7 minutes. It's actually quite lovely. If somebody smells you, I could see this potentially getting you a compliment paid forward. Not some compliment magnet, most likely. I mean, I say that I haven't given it a full wearing and walked by people yet. This is an assumption on my first impressions, but it's decent. Most of the Penguin fragrances are decent, especially from the blend line. I like Original Blend, Iconic Blend. There's a few others. This is one that, like I said, I've been meaning to grab. And for 15 bucks, it's actually a decent buy. This is a decent little cheapy gem that you can grab for under 20 bucks that pops up sporadically throughout the year at the rack stores. Let's check out the Guess fragrance. So I have Guess Seductive Homme Blue, which is very similar to La Nuit de l'Homme, I find. From what I remember about this one, it's supposed to be similar to 1 Million, if I remember correctly. So, very sleek looking, gotta say. This is the 100 ml. I have a 50 ml of blue. But Noir, this is very, very sleek. I like this. This matte finish all the way around, even with this kind of bronzish, copperish type of color. Not too shabby. It's definitely looks geared towards the evening. Let's check out this atomizer. Decent. It definitely reminds me of 1 Million. Is it 1 to 1? I don't know. Give myself one good spray. Smells really good. Gotta say, right now, immediately in these first few seconds, I can tell you 20 bucks on this 100 ml is better than 15 bucks on Iconic Blend. Which that's decent, but this is lovely. This is pleasant. This is enjoyable. This has a seductive kind of smell to it. I mean, it's supposed to be. This is clearly an evening fragrance. It has that alluring appeal in the top. Very sweet, not too sweet, but sweet and seductive with that nice undertone of warm spice. Definitely smells like some cinnamon, which I do love cinnamon in a fragrance. That's most evening wear spicy fragrances that I enjoy. Tend to have cardamom or cinnamon most of the time. Doesn't smell like it's a real in-your-face type of fragrance, which can be a good thing for intimate settings, which this may be perfect for. I'm not saying that's what they were going for, but I'm kind of saying that's what they were going for, based on the way it looks, based on the name, and based on the scent profile. Definitely doesn't come across as some loud beast. What's longevity like? If I had to make a guess, no pun intended, I would say it's probably like a 4 to 5 hour fragrance. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but most of the time with these Guess fragrances, it's anywhere from 3 to 5 hours for me. That's usually with the fresher fragrances. Now this is a little darker and sweeter. It may perform a little better than that, maybe a 6 hour fragrance, but yet to be determined. I like how this smells so much. I think I'm going to let this be the next time we go to dinner. We did lunch today. Next time we go to dinner, I think I'm going to give this a run. I definitely like this just to warm it up even more, like a warm amber and cinnamon kind of smell going. A little touch of powder. This is actually pretty nice. This is a nice little fragrance for $20. I say little fragrance because of the price point. I'm saying that 20 bucks. This is solid. If I had to recommend one of the two in the video, Iconic Blend's okay. Don't get me wrong. But it's more generic. Now, even though this kind of does remind me of 1 Million, it doesn't smell exactly like 1 Million. Definitely reminds me of it pretty heavily, though. But this is easier to like. This has that sex appeal, that seductive type of scent profile to it. It's sweet, it's warm, it's spicy, it's a little powdery, just a little powdery. And it's got an intimate level of projection. It's not an in-your-face type of projection off of my arm. Like I said, no clue what longevity will be, but I will wear this next time we go to dinner. I'm actually kind of surprised and a little impressed here. Guess Seductive Homme Noir. So that's my first impressions on Penguin Iconic Blend and Guess Seductive Homme Noir. Decent. Both decent fragrances, and Guess Noir, I would say even a little better than decent. I think this is a solid fragrance, actually. I think this is a nice little date night evening wear gem for 20 bucks. I think this is one of the better geared for the evening fragrances that you can get for based on the price point. I mean, solid. I'm actually a little impressed here. It's spicy, it's warm, it's sweet, it's all the things you would want in the evening, for sure, from a scent standpoint anyways. And Penguin Iconic Blend, solid fragrance. If I had to throw a number on these, I would say this is every bit of a 5 out of 10. Nothing special, smack dab in the middle of an average fragrance. Not a bad fragrance, but definitely not a great fragrance. And with Guess Seductive Homme Noir, I'm actually going to go more in the 6.5 territory. I think this is a little bit better than good. I do. I really like how this smells. For 20 bucks, I think this is the one to buy of the two. If you're looking for an evening scent on a budget, yeah, I'm digging this one. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Who's got these? One or the other, or does this pique your interest if you didn't have them? Let me know down in the comments. I'm very curious. I know there's a lot of people that ask me on my opinion on this one. That's what made me say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab it. 20 bucks. I'll roll the dice. I'll find some uses for it, and I actually like it more than I expected to like it. With Iconic Blend being about what I expected it to be. No frills, no shocks, no surprises here. It's a basic fragrance. Fruity, aquatic, woody, aromatic type of smell. I say aquatic. It's not heavily aquatic, but it goes that direction a little bit. The fruitiness kind of saves it from being just a basic aquatic, but it's still just another fruity, fresh scent. Nothing real special, but I would say Guess Seductive Homme Noir, it's a decent buy. Definitely a decent buy. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on either one and you give them a spray now, might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.